So again, for step number one, you're finding where your root is, whatever root, and I would suggest picking a key that you tend to play in a lot. Don't keep constantly moving different keys until you've really established something. So for instance, I'm using A. It's a very common thing for us to do. And I'm visualizing those A's across the fretboard. That would be step one. That would be great for you to memorize, okay? But you don't have to play this everywhere. Maybe you're only playing it in a couple of positions that you're learning on the guitar already. There's a lot of different ways you could approach this. But the point is, what I'm doing is I'm creating a visual shape that functions as I keep moving around the guitar. So if you think about it, I'm playing the notes A, C, D, and E. A, C, D, and E. So if I think about the shape that I'm playing, 1, 4, 1, 3, the notes I'm playing are A, C, D, and E. The shape I'm playing is first finger, pinky, first finger, third finger, okay? Or large shape, small shape, if you think of it like that. Okay, now if I go find another A, I can do that large and small shape somewhere else. Right? As I move around the guitar, I can keep finding this. So now the last thing I talked about was I could take that 4-note sequence, the large and small shapes, and now I could add that note in between on the small shape, which gives me the blues note. Wherever it is I find an A, as long as I'm thinking that shape, you see? And it makes it really nice because if I'm playing, let's say I'm soloing and I want to go somewhere else. So I decide I want to come up here. I can just find that shape because I've done it here. I can find those notes somewhere else, but I have to know where that A is, right? Okay, so hopefully that's kind of making sense. Now I'm going to show you another one, okay? So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on that side of the A, where I was working on this side before, and I'm going to work on that side. So I'm going to go to this note, A, right here, but this time I'm going to it with my third finger instead. Instead of my first finger, I'm going to my third finger. And I'm going to play 4 notes again. The A is the second of 4 notes. So I've got this, this, and this, but I also want to play the note in front of it as well. So I'm actually playing. And I just have to know that the second note of that 4-note sequence is where my A is, obviously, right? So anytime I want to play this, I'm going to put my third finger on an A and find those 4 notes. So if I find another A somewhere, or another A somewhere, or an A here, or here. Now notice again, as I do this on the 14th fret, I've got to shift the second half of that up because of the tuning between the second and third strings. But you can hear it. See, it's the same thing no matter where I go, okay? So this is a really great way of being able to find your way around the fretboard. Now, we're not done. I got something super cool to show you if you've never done this before, okay? So what we're going to do next is I'm going to add in a blues note again. So I'm taking those same 4 notes. Now this time the blues note, or blue note, whatever you want to call it, is located with my pinky right above on the second set of strings here, right there. So you can go to it with your pinky, or maybe you do a cool little slide. And again, as long as you're seeing that 4-note sequence, you see? So when I was learning this stuff, again, what I want you to always remember is it's very important that you understand that I'm not trying to go too fast for you. It's just we have a limited amount of time. Because when I was first learning this stuff, if someone had shown me all these, the first thing I would try and do is I would try and play them all. And then most of the time I would wind up very confused and I couldn't use it. So what I want to remind you is that if you're kind of new to this sort of thing, don't worry about playing everything I'm talking about. Just take something, even if it's just working on this side with the first finger on the root, and just getting used to playing that in a couple of spots. Even if you did just that, you'd be successful with it, right? You would have learned something new. But I want to try and give you as many of these things as I can. And the beauty of video is that you can always watch a little bit and then just stop and then just try and work with whatever you learn. And if you feel good, come on back and learn some more. Just like the guitar course, right? If you check out Essential Scales, and you like it, there's all kinds of stuff in there. And it doesn't mean you have to go through the whole course right away. You just go through a little bit of each one as you go, okay?